birthday, it's still counting. Yes, this is how we write our story, and try to not let you down with my will. Is this the best one you get? If it's not now, I'll just try once more. It's the day when you were born. Happy birthday, and happy to see you. Everything started on that day. Let's just celebrate your birthday today.
What do you mean? I've never. Wait, what? I was never late?
It's the happiest day for me and you. Yes, of course it is for everybody. Yes, because you are king now. Yes, king. Now you are what makes us feel so much better. Happy birthday, we'll not fall down. We'll keep that methodical. Happy birthday.
Clap your hands, 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 clap your hands. Thank you everybody, thank you for clapping your hands. So I actually did a lot of research, but borders in Japan might open soon, and yeah, as everybody knows, it's not gonna, the borders aren't gonna completely open. So basically, this is gonna be kind of unfortunate for some of the people like who actually want to visit Japan. But there are a lot of like conditions basically. And thank you so much for the donation, P-chan. Did Commodore Perry come back to life? Yes, she did. So basically, this is what you have to go through. You have to from like some certain countries. You can Google it later yourself. And then, you cannot visit Japan. Technically, you still cannot. But you can come to Japan in a tour program basically that the government has prepared for you. I think it's a shino. So if you're trying to come to Japan and go to Akihabara and be like, oh my gosh, I can have like a lot of body pillows. Oh my gosh, like, oh, Levi Senpai. You still cannot do that yet. That's stupid, but still, yeah, it's just how it is. The thing about it is like, so before like talking about like why it is like that, let me just kind of explain like some of the situation, like some of like about some of the things. Oh, Pity Sencho. Ah, Pity Sencho. Pity Sencho だ。Pity Sencho だ。Pity Sencho か。Wait.あ、ペリー船長だ。ペリー船長か。あ、ペリー船長のこと、あ、ペリー船長のことなのね、これ。あ、ペリー船長のことなんだ。あ、ペリー船長のことだったんだ。あ、I thought you were talking about some like a YouTuber like who I mean there's like Katy Perry too. Like yeah, see? There's I even like freaking spell her name wrong too, but there's Katy Perry too, so I mean that means I thought it could be like, you know, some girl like on YouTube, because like there are so many people like who are named like something Perry in 2022. And yeah, so basically Sorry. So basically, the borders in Japan might open soon because of that. And I don't know, like, if I can. What the hell are you talking about, dude? So, like, there's this one person who just said, is Comrade Perry coming back to life? And I thought it was like some YouTuber, like, who does like a makeup stuff and whatever. And yeah, he was in fact Perry, as in the guy in history, in the Japanese history, Perry. And I just, yeah. So yeah. I'm not even like trolling either, though. I'm not even trolling. Like I literally thought like you guys were talking about. Yeah, I know. I literally thought you guys were talking about the guy, and not the guy, but like some random girl like on YouTube or something. So I was like, oh, okay. And so a lot of people have been asking me the Rona situation as well, and I don't know like how much I can talk about it here because YouTube rules and stuff. So basically, the Rona situation is going down, but at the same time, the restrictions are still kind of there-ish, and people basically act like the restrictions are not there, yet you basically have to sanitize your hands once every 3 seconds, because like that's just what Japanese people do in the first place. And I didn't want to like talk about it, but like I guess I'm gonna talk about it too, because people have been just asking me this question everywhere. So rules about like wearing masks and whatever, it's still there, but Japan is a place like, yeah, 3 seconds. I mean, that's what I do. That's what people do. I want to say that's what people do. I don't want to say like that's what everybody, yeah. But so as to like wearing masks, Japan is a country where people wear masks like because they feel like it's cute to wear a mask. And you can literally Google it and find some like interesting articles about Japanese people like wearing masks, and it's actually hilarious. And thank you, Terry. Hi, Sora. I love you. Thank you so much for the donation, Terry. Love you too. So Japan is a place like where freaking like people wear masks like everywhere, right? It's a culture here. And like so the whole like Rona thing happened, and like people started wearing masks, and like it actually became like one of the regulations and whatever too, right? Some people actually got happy because if you literally search mask, Japanese people, like they've been freaking wearing it since like 1980s, and it's like a fashion kind of thing. And I still like remember like that one time when I was like back in the 12th grade or something. Was it 12th or something? Yeah, something like that. And I had this one friend who basically wore a mask every day just because he thought it was cool. And for girls, they wear makeup, right? For guys, they wear masks. Like that's literally how it is in Japan. So masks are honestly cool. People who still wear them are the ones. The thing about it is like, so there's been like fashionable masks like everywhere though. Your voice sounds foreign. What do you mean? So it's a culture here. So like people have been just wearing it everywhere. And I feel like it's gonna be like this for like another 10 years, like maybe 20 years maybe. Or maybe more. Hello Sora, I'm a new subscriber. You were too funny, you want to be my nakama? Let me talk about something as well, like as to that too. So if you want to visit Japan, like that's gonna be a thing forever. And 高校の時顔見せるのが恥ずかしくて. Yeah, so like he's Japanese, right? And Tenkai-san, so he says like when I was in high school, I was embarrassed to show my face, so he probably wear a mask, or like yeah, he or like somebody wore a mask like throughout the year, like at school, and that's actually a thing in Japan. I kind of did that too before. The thing about it is like, thank you Shula Frigger designer, nice to hear. So I have a question, everybody. Does your skin ever break out? Yes or no? Tell me. Does your skin ever break out? I'm gonna take a poll. Cause like, I can tell it's like something hilarious about this. Yes, no, yes. It doesn't break out badly, but it does break. Yeah, I mean like acne and like pimples and stuff. マスク姿のそらさん見たくなった。あ、もう少しで外行くんで、落ち着いてください。38% line. Yes, I'm Kimoy. So like breakout as in like like when you have like acne and like pimples and stuff on your face, basically. Like yes, it's like when you have like some people like is it like an American thing, like when people say like freaking like a pizza face, like when you have like pimples and stuff, like that's a thing in America, right? So it's a thing, right? And yeah, obviously like so many people have experienced it before. And yeah, it's a thing in Japan too. Like some people just like automatically believe, whoa, rude. No, it's a thing in America, isn't it? I've seen people like calling pizza face. It's actually a thing. I learned it the other day. Not even like the other day, but like a while ago with Americans. So basically, your skin breaks out like once a while, right? Like you get pimples and stuff. It is, and it's real. I know. I know it is, and that's kind of hilarious too, cause I experienced some like insane skin breakouts before too. Okay, so let me show you like some of the things like I experienced before, and this kind of leads to why Japanese people like freaking wear masks like 24/7. Ready? Did I ever show you guys like these pictures before? Like me freaking like having like gory skin, like when I was 20? Well, that was like 20. Like allergic reasons, not like pubescent. Like my skin never went bad because of like stuff. My skin went bad because of like this one allergy I have, and I didn't know about it like till freaking like recently, quite recently. I took pictures of like my face every day, like when that was happening, because like I was like, what the hell? I went to the doctor, and I actually talked to my mom and like a little people, and what they told me was like, that looks like an allergic reaction. And Opal, thank you. Hi, would you sun back after a long vacation in Hokkaido? I love snow and some Hokkaido milk. It's not snowing there right now, but thank you. Also, Harry wants to know if you can do a Michael Jackson cosplay. Thank you so much for the donation. I can't, but thank you. So here. So people automatically think Japanese people have like freaking clean skin, like everywhere, right? I was like this before. Like this is me when I was like 20. I got more pictures. So like I was like and it's not like it was not like I didn't clean my face, like I didn't wash my face or anything. There are reasons. I can tell you something. And it was even like this. It was painful. It was actually painful. It hurt. It actually hurt. I got more pictures, and it was like this too. It was like this too. See, like I didn't know what was even happening, and then was it itchy? It was not really itchy. It was more like it was painful. And thank you X Pizza Faced Gay Alpaca Squeaker Roblox Lover. Thank you so much for the donation and thank you so much for the roast. So what happened was this is me when I was 20. See? I was like this before. And it's not like, it was not because like, you know, I hit my what is it? The word for in English. 青春じゃなくて成長期じゃなくてなんだっけあれ。ピュービックじゃなくて what is it? The word in English. Herpes face, yeah. これね、自分ね、これ成長期とかなんて言うんでしたっけあれ puberty, it was not because of like puberty or anything. No, it was not like that. Because oil overproduction, it was not that. It was not that for me. It was not that for me. What happened was like, so, let me explain. Do you guys know, this thing called, Nivea? Oh, this, yeah. Do you guys know this, by the way? Like what this is, by the way? Do you guys know what this is, by the way? Yes. Face cream, yeah. It's not really that. It's like, it's actually a hand cream, apparently, according to their, like, web page. I did some like research about it. I did a lot of like research about this because like this is what caused the whole issue. Let me tell you something. So here, remember everybody, ignore what everybody tells you and just freaking do what you think is right because so here, the beginning of it was this, right? The beginning was this, basically. Show you. Let me show you. The beginning was this. It was like basically nothing, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I just looked it up on the internet and just tried to figure out like what even happened to my skin. And a lot of people basically just said like, oh, your skin is dry. So I was like, oh, I have to moisturize my skin. And people used to talk about this on the internet in Japan, like everywhere. And then there's like this one thing called a hatomugi, which is like facial, like it's like a lotion kind of thing. And then I basically, yes, exactly this, exactly. Basically what happened to me was like, so first this happened, right? This is like my right cheek, by the way. This happened, and people just kept telling me to like moisturize my skin. ハトムギの、そう、ハトムギ化粧水とニベアの青缶、本当にあれマジダメだと思う。So I decided to moisturize my skin because like everybody told me to just moisturize my skin, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna do it. Then I did it. What happened was like, ready? After a week, it became this. And then after a week, even after that, it became this. So it was like I didn't know what was happening. I really thought like my pillow was dirty or my diet was bad, which is kind of true in a way. You didn't even go see a doctor. I did, and like what they told me was like, I don't know what's happening, but we'll just give you like this and this and that. And yeah, it seemed like it worked a bit, but it was not like I didn't feel like it fixed my skin like fundamentally. And then I was curious like what was even happening. Then do you guys know like I'm a lightweight? I'm an insane lightweight. So it's really hard to figure out for like any people to know like if it's like an allergic thing or not. It's actually a thing. Like it's really hard. It's really hard because yeah. So I'm a lightweight. Yeah, I'm a lightweight. As in like I cannot drink like alcoholic stuff that much. So yeah. This basically, you are not a lightweight, but you are allergic to alcohol. So I'm not that allergic to it, but my mom is like allergic to it. Allergic to like alcohol. Which means like if she puts like any alcoholic stuff on her hand, it freaking turns like red. I have that too, sort of. And that's kind of why I'm a lightweight. As in like I cannot drink that much. I can drink it, but なぜ日本語を話してるやつが一人もおらんのだ。ああ、こういうチャンネルなんですよ、もともと。So, what happened was like, I'm allergic to any things that has alcoholic stuff. That's why I'm so lightweight. And then this thing actually had some like alcoholic stuff in it too. I forgot like what that was. Where was it? I forget like what that was. Maybe it was this or like the other lotion or something. So then I stopped using it, and after a week, like just after like only a week after, like a week later, what happened was this. Just only a week later, I just stopped using this, and a week later I was like, what the fuck? So I figured out that cream is something really, really dangerous. Then, like, I just stopped using, like, anything. So, like, you know, like, there are a lot of, like, a lotion and, like, a lot of cream and whatever, like, whatever products, like, you know, they are out there in the market. So, a lot of people, like, freaking ask me, it cleared up. Yeah, so I'm kind of healthy right now in terms of like my skin. The main reason why is because I don't really use anything now. So people like ask me that everywhere, but like if you want to keep like being healthy, like if you just want to you know, keep your skin healthy, then you shouldn't even use anything. It's like my theory. Like a lot of people tell you to like moisturize your skin and whatever, but like trust me, some people just shouldn't do it like me, like including myself. I think maybe just don't use any cream. Don't use any cream, and just you should care about your diet more than anything. Like you should just freaking eat some actual healthy stuff. And then no soap either. I don't really use soap either. I used to use it before. What happened was like it either gets extremely dry or extremely oily, right? So I just like started using water only, and actually kind of use shampoo toothpaste to like wash my skin, like as in my face. I'm serious. I actually use shampoo to wash my face a little bit, but I mean, if you can wash your like scalp, then that means you can wash your face as well, right? That's like my theory, and I actually did some research about it too. And in fact, if you can wash your scalp with it, then you can wash your face as well. It's like what I figured out. And for some reason, whenever I try to wash my face with a soap, like my skin goes like. And I don't know what that is. It only works with like shampoo or just water. ソープは食べ物だったんだ。そうですよ。食べれますよ。あれちなみに牛乳石鹸とか美味しいですからね。信じないでくださいね。死にますよ。So yeah, that. And that leads to like why Japanese people like wear masks. Japan is a country. Japan is a country like where people freaking like wear lotion and like cream and これ本当人によるんですけど、でも僕はマジで野菜食べまくると治ると思ってます。これはSo he says like I'm jealous that like your skin is so clean without doing anything, because like I have to moisturize my skin or my skin gets super dry and it just goes insane, right? But I think what you eat is like more important than anything. You know what, everybody? I don't really want to say this to you like out loud because this is kind of controversial, but if you go vegetarian, if you eat a lot of like veggies, like seriously a lot of veggies, your skin will kind of, it's mostly genetics. You say that, right? But if you eat veggies like a lot to the point like where you just cannot eat any other stuff, your skin gets like so clean. アメリカでシャワー浴びた時肌がカサカサになったので、それはちょっと自信ない。それはわかりません。Does it itch? It doesn't really? It did before, actually. I don't eat curry anymore. I actually stopped my curry diet. What I do now is I freaking go to like all you can eat places and I just freaking eat salad like every day. I've been doing that. You know what though? I've been feeling like a lot healthy recently. So yeah, just keep eating veggies. My recommendation is like green veggies. Just don't even freaking go like, oh my gosh, I eat lettuce. I go to McDonald's and I burgers because I eat lettuce. Don't do that, because like that's not effective. What you should do is like, do you go to the gym? I don't. I used to, but I don't now. I kind of just like freaking play VR. So my skin itches when I'm in the sunlight. I'm not sure if it's due to allergies. Some people are like that too. Some people are like that. So broccoli and celery, broccolis are great. Broccoli is great. Onion, carrots. I've been eating a lot of like beans as well, but like if you eat a lot of beans, then like your poop will freaking go insane. So be careful. So try to eat a lot of veggies and just try to. A lot of people freaking just like try to change like what soap they use, like what lotion they use, right? But like changing your diet is like the most effective one, like more than anything. That too, yeah. Onion's good for your skin because it has layers. Okay. And so then, the thing about it is like a lot of people in Japan also have the same problem, by the way. A lot of you guys freaking think like Japanese people have like clean skin, right? No, dude, no, dude, no, dude. Search Japanese high schoolers, dude.
What's it like
What's
to learn math on
learn
Brilliant
math?
Network?
Can't
Brilliant
realize
keeps
I
your
never
hands
had
on
skin
helping you
problems
learn by
outside of when I
learn
had an
topics
allergic
from everyday
reaction
math
to gluten and
calculus and
selfish.
beyond.
Yeah. So usually when your skin goes bad, you have to like dangerous search term. Is it? I don't think so. So if your skin goes bad, just think that you're allergic to something.
You'll solve
日本人が綺麗な肌だって本当に思われてるの知らなかった。Oh, so somebody says like, oh, so do people really think Japanese people have clean skin? Let me take a poll. Do you guys think Japanese peeps have clear skin? Here. Not anymore. I mean, not anymore. Yeah, right. Because I just showed you guys a picture of like my face when I was like freaking 20, and that was me like, you know, having my allergic reaction. I never drink alcoholic stuff. I never do anything with like alcoholic stuff, and that's あ、初見です。こんにちは。今すいません。肌のお話ししてます。So the thing about it is no, we really don't, because again, if you search like Japanese high schoolers, you get some interesting things like here. If this music is copyrighted, I'm gonna rage quit. Let's see, high schoolers. I need to see guys, because like guys are more likely to have like skin problems, at least like from my experience. Stop asking people to search for that. I mean, right, Japanese high school, search that instead of like Japanese high schoolers. You can actually see like people having like skin problems in Japan, and okay, people in this video have like clear skin. I'm kind of jealous of them. I didn't have any problems back then either, but yeah, so basically what I wanted to say was, yes, we do have the same problems. And then, it's usually because a lot of them freaking eat ramen everywhere, by the way. Ramen's like freaking これ女子校じゃね思いました。ちょっと違う。これは違うやつや。これダメなやつや。that's a 女子校ですね、これ。すいませんでした。So, a lot of people here eat ramen, right? Ramen, and spaghetti, pasta, pizza, actually. People in Japan freaking eat pizza and pasta everywhere, like spaghetti. Those things are freaking so bad for your skin. Like, actually. Grease. So, Japanese high schoolers, like, especially love stuff like that. A lot of people think, like, we have, like, freaking some, amazing diet, but we don't. We really don't. I mean, yeah. Just freaking look at my diet. I freaking eat curry every day, right? So, what happens is like, what happens is this, right? It's a thing in Japan. It happens. This happens, right? This is me, by the way. Again, this is me, right? So, stuff like that happens, and people are so ashamed of it, like having like acne and stuff, and so people in Japan wear a mask to hide it. Girls wear like a heavy makeup and stuff, and that's just usually how they cope with the problem. Guys, on the other hand, they freaking wear masks everywhere. And that way, nobody's gonna see your skin. And that's why wearing the mask is like a culture here in Japan. Well played, yeah. But then that causes you to break out more, then the cycle continues. I mean, so the thing about it is, like, this is what people think in Japan, right? Including myself. If your skin keeps breaking out, someone said Hiraki, that's a point. He's always breaking out. I didn't wanna go there, but yeah. I mean, because like I know he's been freaking suffering, from that. 日本人でございます。日本人です。Yeah, actually, Hiraki is a great example. Yeah, right. I didn't want to like mention that, but right. Hiraki. I'm sorry, Hiraki, but you're actually like a great example of like people with.
じゃあちょっとそれ読んでみて。
はい、俺は戦闘力。じゃあ結果来週連絡する。No!
次のシーン撮ろうか。
I'm sorry, Hiraki, but you're actually a great example of like how people have like skin problems in Japan. I don't know if you can see his face or not. And as so about the borders, how the F did we get here? I don't know actually. That happens.
じゃあこれ
I don't. Maybe you cannot really see his face, but so yeah, he's been like having skin problems since he was a high schooler as well. And in his case, I feel like he just has like freaking some diet problems. As in like his diet is not that good. 英語やばいほどうまいやん。いわゆる英語育ち、英語を喋りながら育ってきたんです。そうなんです。And Toraji channel, if all else fails, just find someone with nice skin and wear that person's face. That works too, but just find someone like having a nice skin. English. Just find someone like just find someone with like a clear skin, and then just follow like what the person's like doing. So basically, like that's the best thing you can do. 社会人の女性は化粧がめんどくさいからマックスで隠してるっていうね。Yeah, that's a thing too. And Retsu, would you say Japanese school food is healthier and better than American school lunch? I would say that 100% yes. I would say that yes. I mean, I've never really been to the States and I never lived there, so I really don't know if it's true or not. But you know what? Let me just freaking look up like what American school lunch.
Beautiful.
Really? Wait, really? You serious? Pics of US lunch. I just did it. Really? 栄養士なくす? Yeah. Wait. Is it like a self-served? What? What? You guys freaking have a cookie? What the f... Why? まずそう、いや、美味しそうなんですけど、正直。いや、no, I mean, this looks actually good. As in, like, I like junk food. I like junk food, so like, this kind of looks good-ish. Cookie, so cookie, American cookies are freaking gigantic. Yeah. That's like one thing I was like really surprised when I went there for the first time. 日本のやつと全然違う。全然違うっていうか、なんか、wait, do Americans ever care about like nutritions? It's not good junk food. Junk food is like never good. I mean, what the fuck? スープ系がないのか。Wait. Do Americans care about nutritions? I'm curious now. I spelled nutritions. Mistypo everywhere, but America. No! No way! 6%. Some I know some do. I know some do. Maybe not at school. It's the opposite in Japan though. What the fuck? Americans care about taste. I mean, we do. We do here too. What the? Wait. Are you serious? No, seriously. Is it like a self-served lunch, or like do you actually get this like automatically? Do you just get this because you want to get this, or like do you get this because you have to get this? It's not self. アメリカの子供に日本の軽食一瞬で健康いやっていうか個人的な見解なんですけどなんかやば YouTube でも結構似合うえ wait so what the fuck wait so yeah so this looks good to me because I like junk food, right? I like burgers and stuff, honestly. Like, this looks good, but I don't want... Oh. America's sort of a birthplace for major fast food, so... I mean, it is self-served, you only have a few options. 大丈夫ですか？大丈夫です。Let me show you like what I ate when I went to school. Not this. Mine looked like yeah, this actually. This looks really familiar. So this is what I had every day when I was back in school. And then QS, complicated topic, highly depends on the school district. Some are healthy food oriented, most have multiple set options at the high school level. Pizza plus sideline, healthy set line. I see. Well, thank you so much for the donation. It looks good because I mean the picture was like taken really well though. So I mean, I'm just looking for a shitty picture like that. Looks like my food. Like, yeah, that too, I guess. That too. Not this. I guess I had that too. Yeah. But you know how like we freaking eat rice everywhere? Americans are very delicious, but it will get you sick. In any case, what is Japan's obesity rate? Guys. Tell me, So what's the obesity rate in America? Tell me. いやうまそうなんよ。いや飽きますよ。正直アメリカの給食羨ましいです。マジで。アメリカっつうか海外の給食羨ましい。ないものねだりってやつやな。Very high, right? So this is a famous like data out there. Cook Islands. I didn't know like wait, what the hell? What is it? I'm gonna just like do some research about it later. 55 Marshall Islands. So America's here, 36%, which is not really that bad, honestly. It's just like yeah. I'm not gonna really just talk about it that much. And Tara, thank you. What do you think about VK, Visual K? I don't really listen to them, so I don't have any opinions about them. But yeah, they are good. It's pretty bad. Japan's like 4.30%. But this has nothing to do with like what we eat though. This has something to do with like look at population of America though versus the rest of them. It's not the biggest in percentage, but a lot of people which where the stereotype comes from. Huh. The problem with American is that every obese person get it. So as far as the thing about it is like this actually has something to do with like some cultural thing too though. So yeah, 日本人はよく歩く. So like in America, since the land is like so big, you have to have a car, right? You have to have a car, and you freaking start driving a car like when you turn 16, right? It's not like that in Japan. You have to walk or you have to ride a bicycle everywhere till you freaking hit like 22 or something. I'm still like that too, by the way. And objects, 空のおちんちん食べたい。それは my best friend. Thank you so much for telling me that. 確かに日本はあるか。So, one thing you notice is like, trains are everywhere in Japan, right? Trains are everywhere and buses are everywhere. And there are so many people like who don't have cars in Japan. It's actually a thing. Like I have a car now, but I didn't have a car till recently. So what happens in Japan is like people choose to buy a bicycle and ride a bicycle everywhere in the whole country. And then we also choose to take trains rather than like driving cars actually. And wait, let me just read everything. Objects それはおちんちん食べたい. I just read this, but thank you. And so I have like this one friend who works in Tokyo, right? Who works in Tokyo, and he works in Shibuya, which is like one of the most expensive like places ever. And he lives there too, and he freaking makes like at least like 10万円 a year, 10 million yen a year, which is like $100,000 a year? $100,000 a year. Yeah, so he makes about, wait, let me just do some calculation. Yeah, about that. So he makes like $100,000 a year, right? That's a lot. Yeah, I mean he is kind of successful. That's a lot. So it kind of sounds like he can do anything with his money right now. But he told me this. He doesn't have a car, and he thinks driving cars is stupid. So he's not gonna have a car because trains are everywhere. And with his bicycle, he can go anywhere. And plus, he has to pay for gas. And also he has to pay for like parking lots. Which is stupid because if he has a bicycle, he can freaking park anywhere without paying any money. And then he's been like that forever, and he's freaking like 35 and whatever, right? And he lives in Shibuya, Tokyo. He pays freaking like probably about $2,000, right, a month for his rent. 渋谷に住んでるんだ。そうそうそう、言ってた、それ言ってた。Yeah, he says like getting taxis is a lot cheaper than having a car. Yeah, he's in Shibuya with a car. No, without a car. He doesn't have a car. So yeah, he told me that. He was like, I mean, getting taxis is a lot cheaper. And there's no point of like having a car because like that cost and this cost and this cost and this tax and whatever. So I was like, okay. But a lot of people are like that in Japan, including myself. I mean, I kind of got a car recently, so I mean, no point having a car in Nijusan. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that. So then what happens to people here is like people choose to just either walk or take trains or just ride a bicycle, and you just see freaking a lot of like bikers in Japan, like bicycle riders, right? So yeah, people work out naturally, normally that way, and that's kind of why the obesity rate is kind of lower as well. So I really don't want to say like it's because of like Americans eat a lot more than whatever. It's more like the culture thing. あ、スト配信は多分来週します。今週はできないですよ。ちょっといろいろあって。本当は今日やる予定だったんですけど、ちょっといろいろあって。Is it expensive to live in Japan? I will talk about that too. And let me just read all the donations now. And Retsu's school lunch always gave me a headache in 5th per. You know what? When I was back in school, I freaking looked forward to like school lunches because you know why? Because you sometimes get like this ice cream jelly thing. Hey, like what's amazing about that was like on Christmas you get this chocolate cake. And that one's so cute. Oh my gosh, like that one's so cute. Like chocolate cake. Like oh my gosh, クリスマスの給食やばくないですか？ほんとマジで like look at this chocolate cake. Like oh my gosh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, this is what people get now? As in like kids get? Oh yeah, is it true that like this freaking surprises like Americans? This is something we see a lot, right? In Japan. Like not only Americans but like people. Like this. そんなのあった記憶ないけど。So, yeah. The food art, yeah. This is something we see a lot, like every day. Like we see it everywhere. What do you hate about Japan? I'll talk about that later too. I mean, there are a lot of like things you kind of hate about Japan too. And of course, like there are some things I don't like about Japan. But yeah, and Lord Blazer, yeah, in American cities with car dependency, you have to drive in those places deal with obesity more than in walkable cities. Yes, so that's the issue, honestly. Like, I don't really think it's because of like how Americans are lazy or like how Americans have like, you know, bad diet or anything. It's more about that cars, in my opinion. But thank you so much. Object, working from home is the way. Thank you so much for the donation. Scarlet Volps. Hey Sora, because of you, I got the courage to get a Japanese teacher to learn speaking. I wanted to thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. If you wanted to learn Japanese, get a teacher and make friends in Japan somehow. And thank you, Lemon Junkie 23. American school lunch might look good, but it actually tastes like hot garbage most of the time. The pizza tasted like cardboard, the burgers tasted disgusting, the pasta had absolutely no flavor. Also, it's served with milk and half the time it tasted expired. I don't know if I should be laughing at like what I just read, but so here, let me share something interesting. What is the name of the sinister background song? This one? If you're talking about this one, it's Goodbye. If you're talking about this one, I haven't released it yet, so alright, tell me everybody, which one do you prefer? American lunch versus Japanese lunch. なんだっけスタディインさんっていうチャンネルの方からやってたな。Well, let me just look up something. Study in アメリカ給食。いや、this. So there's like this YouTuber. I don't really watch them, but this like showed up in my recommendation, and I was like, oh damn. So, is it true Americans get this? Really? And by the way, I'm not going like, oh my gosh, Japanese lunch is so much better. I'm not going that, by the way. I'm just legitimately curious if you guys like actually don't like American lunch. Really? So, American lunch in America is very, very simple. What they get is sandwiches, fruits, and snacks. Slushy, dude. If you come to Japan, tell me. Like seriously, Slushy. When you come to Japan, hit me up. Slushy. Hit me up on Steam, right? Because I want to bring you to some like places in Akihabara. Let's go to a maid cafe, Slushy. Let's go to a maid cafe, Slushy. Hit me up. You got it right. You know how to hit me up, right? Just message me on Steam and go like, hey, I'm in Japan. I will bring you to some places in Akihabara. I mean. Let's go! Yeah, let's do it! And thank you. It's 100% healthy if shokpan exists. Fried sugar bread. I mean, here. Let's take a look at this. What? あれ？この人って最近やってたんだけどな。So, is this crazy? By the way, is this crazy? I mean, this is crazy. Even in Japan, right? Even in Japan, this is crazy. But it's something we kind of are used to seeing. Like, I've seen lunch boxes like everywhere. So yeah, agepan's kind of rare though. You only get that like once a year. Like a fried bread, it's only once a year. So you get stuff like this like once a while, right? But this is kind of rare even in Japan. Even for me, it's like, wow, but still, yeah. And then, the typical ones, this is very typical. This is so typical. Like, sausage and like rice balls and like egg and like whatever. I don't know if this is healthy or not, but this is really, really like typical, right? Like, this is something I'm used to seeing, like, if I were to bring a lunchbox with me to a school. Like, this is what I did. And then, really? No exaggeration, right? No exaggeration, right? That's homemade and brought to school. Yeah, yes. When I was in school, we got sushi occasionally. I don't really think it can happen though in Japan, cause sushi, raw fish, can go bad. That looks a little sad. No, that one song that plays intense moments in your videos. This one? I haven't released it yet because this song actually belongs to a friend of mine. So, yeah. So, Americans do have like some interesting lunch culture there. Chiba 給食 小学校 You know what freaking first graders in Japan eat? Let's check some like stuff. Oh yeah, familiar, very familiar. Oh, by the way, yes, we eat rice every day. We eat rice every day. I'm not being like stereotypical or anything, but like we actually do eat rice every day. What does a Japanese keyboard look like? Sure. I mean, I thought you've seen it before. So this is like what a Japanese keyboards look like a typical one. So you see, I mean, yeah, this is freaking covered with like dust, but I'm just, yeah, because I haven't used it like for a year. So you see like some Japanese letters, but they don't matter because we actually don't even like press the buttons based on like what's written there. We don't care about that. I know you, because like I freaking just put it there for a year. I just decided to take it out. Of course I have to clean it. And then I don't even use this keyboard, by the way. And then show them around right CTR. What? Why? Here? And app? Function? And the katakana hiragana. I don't know what this key is. I've never used it. And I still like to know what this is. It's henko and space. And this is for like katakana typing. Alt. Windows key. Control. And we have like this one key called hankaku zenkaku. It's when you want to like type in Japanese English. It's kind of hard to explain, but like left center, like here. Why? Is it that crazy? I don't really think like this. So you use English letters to type in Japanese, yes. So instead of typing, so if I wanted to type poop in Japanese, it's unko, right? So it's not like, we don't press this button. It says u here. We don't press this. What we do is this one. K-O, unko, poop. That's how we type. In Japanese, at least. So above right CTR, L, and left of enter has more keys. It's so crowded. I mean, do Japanese have unlimited rice in their restaurants? We do. I mean, wait, can I just take a poll? I want it. Oh, Alt and F4. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it now. Bye, everybody. I'm gonna Alt and F4 so the stream is. guys. So, I'm gonna probably do an outside stream next week if it's not raining, because I kind of wanted to do it, and I know like you guys want me to do it, but here, pick one. Ready? Pick one. $6 all you can eat veggies, or which one do you guys want to see? Tell me. IME は多分マイクロソフトだと思いますね。なんかあんまり変わんの好きじゃなくて、なんか今日Google 版だと勝手に変わるじゃないですか。今日タイピングこれだったのに今度これみたいな、なんか言ってること分かります？あれがあんま好きじゃなくて、スペースを押した瞬間に自分の好きな感じ出てきてほしいっていうか。Retsu, thank you. Have you seen a Chinese keyboard? Yes, I've seen it, and I don't think I can use it. So it's like the same. But you guys want to see Wagyu? Okay. I kind of want to go to a veggie place, but I'm going to a Wagyu place then. Okay, sure, I will do that then. Wagyu. What the hell is Wagyu? Wagyu is basically Wagyu is this. Wagyu is so Wagyu is this. You're cute, right? And I knew like you guys like this kind of stuff, so. Yo, you want to own a shop? I'll pay. We sell car parts and anime stuff. You down? No. And thank you so much for the donation. I think I just read this, but oh, Yeah, and also as to the people like who just asked me like if it's expensive to live in Japan, I have a question actually. How much is it for you guys to live, like where you live, for a month? Tell me, what's the cost of living for a month? Tell me, 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 for a month. What? $400 per month. That's actually cheap. And thank you, Halt or Carrick. Precure is actually my favorite anime, no joke. Okay, I mean, if you're a girl, then yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of like it. If you're a guy and if you like it, then people usually think you are into, yeah. But I'm not gonna, yeah. So, okay. And thank you, Lemon Jangi. This is what American schools consider a cheese sandwich, and if you search it on Google, you see many similar around the country. Let me just see it. Let me see what it's like. That is fake. I mean, if you say it's fake, then yeah, I guess. I mean, it's fake, but you all are trolling. I mean, let me Google it then, because I feel like this is kind of fake. Cheese sandwich. Cheese sandwich. Cheese sandwich. Cheese sandwich. I mean, that looks great though. Oh. 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 Do they get that for lunch or something? They do, it seems. How are you gonna laugh at that after the 7-Eleven strawberry milk scandal? How about the way they fill the sandwiches? I mean, thank you, WDC. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me show you guys like something really hilarious. This is in Japan, by the way. So you see this, right? You see this, right? You see this, right? And this is actually what it's like. It's supposed to be a cake, yeah. They call it like strawberry sandwich, but it's actually a cake. Like, yeah, it's real, it's real, it's real, it's real. It's real, it's real, it's actually real. Like this. Some places like do it really well like this. Yeah, some places really do it well. The 7-Eleven, like, so let me tell you something. Like, Japan is not the best place when it comes down to stuff like that. 7-Eleven 詐欺 here. Where was it? 詐欺商品。これ有名だよね。Where did it go? Oh yeah, this. So they basically painted the cup, right? And they made it look like as if it's freaking full, right? But in reality, it was not. Like, they do stuff like that at 7-Eleven. Like, no, you're joking. No, it's actually a thing. It's actually a thing. Like, come to Japan and freaking just see it yourself. It's actually a thing. 7-Eleven in Japan. A company. そう、これね、俺冗談だと思ってたんだけど、本当にやってんの来て、Can you sue them? Why can you sue them for that though? I don't really think you can sue them for that, because you are paying for what you get, right? I mean, I guess like they're scamming you for a bit, but... Like this. So this is what you see, right? And you can yeah, you can go like, oh my gosh, that's like, that looks so tasty and it's filled with like a lot of milk, and you get one time when it was my lunchtime in my school, the cafeteria said they ran out of lunch, so who has leftovers? It was yogurt and cheese sticks. I mean, it can happen. 一番好きなコンビニ、それでもセブンイレブンか、なんだろうな、デイリー山崎。すごい美味しいと思う、デイリー山崎が。So yeah, it's like that in Japan as well. Just kind of. This is the reality, everybody. So what's the point, though? It's a waste of plastic and packaging for what, Lamau? Making people buy things, making people think that it's reasonable to buy it because it's... Yeah, it looks somewhat nice, right? 山崎は意外。山崎なんかうまくないですか？パンとか。So it's actually a thing. But yeah. でもそういう詐欺やられてるから実はあんまり食べてなくて肥満が少ないとかそういうのないのか。いや、ですね、これ結構データ見たことあるんですけど、摂取カロリー自体は確かにアメリカの方が多い傾向にあるのは事実なんですよ。というのも日本って菜食の人多いからやたら。So when it comes down to like Japanese people being like so thin, there's like some actual data. I looked it up the other day, but it's not because of, you know, the foods like this. It's not because like we get foods like this in Japan. It's more because like we tend to eat veggies more than meat and fish as well. Meat is kind of luxurious in Japan. I mean, it is everywhere, but still. So I feel like that's the major reason. And plus, we walk a lot and we freaking ride bicycles a lot too. っていうのがあれですね。So, can sort of do something cringy. I'm doing something cringy right now, if you didn't know. But you use way less sugar in most of the things. Do you really believe that, by the way? Do you really believe like we use less sugar in Japan? Do you believe that? Oh, and I have to like talk about like how much it is to live in Japan too, because like somebody asked me that. I forgot about it. Do you really believe like it's 和菓子ってね, it's freaking just full of sugar. That's basically dango. Like this is what you guys are used to seeing, right? Dango, that's all sugar, by the way, if you didn't know. And this is like freaking all sugar too, by the way. This is all sugar too, by the way. This is all sugar too, by the way. That manju thing, it looks like there's no sugar, but that's like all sugar too. And this is like all sugar. You can see like how Yeah. This is all sugar too, by the way. This is all sugar too, by the way. That's like pure sugar too, by the way. That's sugar and sugar and sugar. And that's like pure sugar. And yeah, dorayaki is like sugar. And sugar. And that's sugar. 練り切りは白あんだけど、砂糖マジで。So, people think like we don't use sugar like at all in Japan. We do. We use freaking a lot of like sugar everywhere. Do people eat all of that in one go? Some do. I do. Some don't. I do. Sugar. This is like pure sugar, right? When it comes down to sugar, we use sugar everywhere. But no, but diabetes rate is like low here because I mean, you know, bicycles and like we just eat a lot of rice and stuff. So, 炭水化物多い。それもそうですね。Carbohydrate がたくさんある。確かに。There's too much wrong stereotypes about Japan. True. Yeah. So, people being healthy, partially right. True. But we eat a lot of sugar, and it's not because of the food we eat here, but it's because of how we live in Japan. We are kind of healthy because like we have to walk and we have to like ride the bicycle and stuff, right? That's how it is. And then cost of living being expensive in Japan. Cost of living world. So higher means it's worse. たくさん歩くからこそのバランスだ。本当に歩くの重要だと思いますよ。てか足の筋肉あると痩せますよ、マジで。和菓子の方が太らない。いや、気のせい。団子めっちゃ太るよ、本当に。一瞬で。本当に。That's cheaper than the minimum of USA. WDC, thank you so much for the donation. I actually don't know like how to even look at this data, so I'm gonna just like use some other data. Does this mean like it's easier to live in Japan? Or it's harder with this? Oh, this doesn't really say anything. It's like versus like purchasing power and monthly income, right? Yeah. The accurate data would be to just like look at it myself. So cost of living in Tokyo. Meal, inexpensive restaurant, $10. True. Meal for 2 people, mid-range restaurant, 3 course, $60. True. True. Oh, 100 yen is about $1 basically. So I have a question. So Chiba Station. So that's Chiba Station. Like this is like where I am sort of, not really, but so from here to Tokyo, it's here, right? It takes about an hour to get to Tokyo by train. If it takes about an hour to get to Tokyo by train, do you guys know like how much it takes? Like how much money it takes? Like a train fare. Can you guys guess how much it is to go to Tokyo from here, from Chiba? Train fee. Guess. I'm gonna actually look it up myself too. It's $8. I just looked it up and it's $8 basically. So $8, right? And in Japan, there's like this one thing. I don't even know like how to explain it, but like we have this like all you can like. So basically, we have like this free passport thing where you can just like take trains as many as like as much as you want. Like so basically, you buy this ticket right for a month. And if you have the ticket, you can basically go to Tokyo and come back to Chiba as much as you want for the fixed price. And it's usually $200. Yeah, take it. It's like $200. So, you know how it is actually cheaper by trains than like freaking having cars, and that's kind of why people don't really have cars in Japan. We do, but like it's not really that necessary. Good deal. Metro Pass, is it like what you guys call it though? My guess was $10 USD. So let me tell you the story of €9 ticket. Oh, so yeah, that. And as to the rent, you know what? That's actually a great question. Let's just like look it up and see how much it is to live in Tokyo right now. Tokyo apart. Are night trains included? Night trains, morning trains, like afternoon trains. We don't really have any differences. So let's see how much it is to live at an apartment. In Tokyo now. So Tokyo, right? Anywhere in Tokyo. The cheapest one is $100. What? Just one room, like literally one room. $100 a month, literally just one room, and just $100. Just one room. That's in Tokyo, by the way. Yeah, that's in Tokyo. That's in Tokyo, though. But I mean, that's just a meme. 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 Buying or rent. And thank you, S. Very important to clarify that employers usually pay for that pass, so your transportation along that route is effectively free, no commute cost. Yeah, true. But it kind of depends, though. Sometimes you have to pay for it yourself. And this flat ticket. So that place. That apartment. Okay. This is $100 a month, and that's in Tokyo. Looks kind of crappy, but you still get to live in the place, right? So I mean, no one should accept a job where they make you pay for the cost amount. It depends, though. Sometimes, maybe I'm just like way too Japanese for that, but like sometimes you have to kind of. Depends. Like if you live too far, then yeah, right. But that's $100 as well. What the? There are like a lot of meme houses here. Fares are static, yes. Fares are static. It's been the same like since I was like 12. That's 3,000 USD. 自己物件。いや、でもぶっちゃけた話言うと、こんぐらい普通っすよ。こんだけのあれって。It's way too small and like I don't really think that's a great place to like live in. So it's normal. It's normal. It's not really like the place sucks or anything. It's normal. But I mean, I guess the place actually is bad, and this is like about $150 or $80 a month. So you literally have a room and a bathroom and kitchen, and that's it. You basically just get to live in a place. 空きすぎやろ、狭すぎ。そう、狭すぎだから良くないけど、but at least if you want to live in Japan, you can live in Japan for like at least $180 a month. And the food here is like, if you can spend $300 for food, you get to eat anything as much as possible, in my experience. So, 狭すぎだけ生きてはいける. So yeah, basically, so the rent fee, if you wanted to be in Tokyo, and if you freaking wanted to live in the mean place, that's like, here. だから、うわっ、文字カウントでいいか。How far away from the station? Let's see. だから、so let's see. Rent? Food? And thank you so much for the donation. Nabcake, what's considered a good sized apartment? Depends on you though. Depends on you. Like, I'm fine with like living in a small place because I'm Japanese, but it really depends on you. Like, it really depends on what you want. So, and bills. Yeah, bills. So electricity, water, gas. 150? Right? It's about that, right? Usually. And internet, phone stuff. So, 一人、まあ、そんぐらいですよね、だいたい。Yeah, so basically, 160 plus 300 plus 120 plus 100. So it's actually really cheap. So it's like 220 で550だから、680か。So that's about if we're at zero. Like where? I mean, rent can be this cheap though. No, like phone and internet and stuff, like other stuff, like I don't know like what you have to pay for, but usually you have to have a phone and you have to have the internet, and that's about like 100 because internet is about, it's like 30 to 60 depending on like what kind of stuff you want to get. Phone's the same, it could be like 9 to 70, right? And whatever stuff, it could be like 0 to like 100. So I'm guessing like it's like 100 is the average. And thank you, S. Station info is important. How far, what station? It's important too. But it really depends on like where you want to go as well. So yeah, because if you don't want to go to like Shibuya that much, but if you want to go to like other stations and other places a lot, then yeah, it wouldn't matter, right? It really depends on like where you want to live and like what you want. So I didn't talk about it, but that, if you consider that, it can even be cheaper as well. So yeah, it could be like around this. And so I would say it could be cheap and it could be expensive. So what would the price difference be if you live in a lower tier prefecture? I think it's about this, maybe? Yeah, maybe not, but let's see. これ足立区1丁目だったよ。これ足立区1丁目だ。これ足立区1丁目だよ、これ。No, I mean, see? That's 足立区1丁目 here. And Tokyo's like literally right here. And the station's like there too. If you have to have a bicycle though, for sure. And it's here. あ、風呂なしと、いやトイレあるっすよ、全然ほら。See? There's a bathroom in the like everything. And this one, see? Bathroom, bathtub, kitchen, and that's 足立区1丁目だから。It's not that far from Tokyo, and that's like flat zone, a 30-year-old building that's probably being torn down. Yeah, right. It's right by the river, so maybe. that too. But the thing about it is like this place is like freaking just. Yeah, there could be like a lot of like problems to live there. But what I mean is like it can be really really cheap. 足立区だから別に都心からそんな遠くない。そうそう。駅から遠いからまああれですね、自転車必要ってことになるのと。So if you don't care about like living in a small place, then yes, you can in fact live in Japan for this amount. And yeah, literally the most ghetto part of Tokyo, yes. So if you don't care about like what place to live in, then yeah, this is like the living cost for you. But if you care about living at a like decent place, you at least need 500 in my opinion, or 600. Then you can get like actual like decent, you know, place. So it will be like about yeah, so about this much, 1180 maybe. Ghetto part of Tokyo low. 23区で一番治安悪い。そうっすね。でもぶっちゃけ、but when you say like a ghetto part of Japan, like ghetto part of Tokyo, like the ghetto part of Tokyo means nothing though if you're from like an actual ghetto outside of like Japan, because being ghetto in Japan is like freaking nothing. It's just like there are some people who are loud, or there are some people like who are just like, you know, who want to be badasses and whatever, but like it's nothing compared to like what it's like. Yeah, ghetto part of Tokyo is safe AF. Yeah, I can guarantee you it's not that even freaking that like dangerous. It's actually safe. やべえヤクザだ。ヤクザ wouldn't do anything to you. Yakuza wouldn't do anything to you. Yakuza cannot do anything to you. Because if Yakuza do like any things to you, they would be in trouble, right? So you guys like freaking like underestimate like what Yakuza are like. Wait. I've never had any problems with like Yakuzas in my life, ever. I mean, they are an endangered species these days in Japan. They are still Yakuzas, like, you see them. But you wouldn't really run into any problems with like Yakuzas actually. 子供とかいたらそうっすね。でも住むだけだったら問題ないかなと思いますよ。So Yakuzas in Japan, for some reason, like a lot of people think like if you encounter Yakuzas, then like they will freaking just like punch you in the face and whatever. It never happens to you though. Harmless compares to certain people in the US. Harmless compares to any people in the US, I have to say. Cause like so I have some like Yakuza friend, so I'm not gonna really talk about like who they are and like what they do and like where they are from and whatever. Yakuza らしき人今隠れてんすよめちゃくちゃ。Yakuzas these days, they look normal AF. You really cannot tell because like Yakuzas are like business people at the same time, but like they do some shady stuff. Like that's the difference, and they use violence, like in some situations, right? Yakuzas basically care about their reputation. They care about reputation like a lot. So Yakuzas like they want to be number one, right? They want to be number one. Not really. They probably like some of them like don't really care about like being number one and whatever. But they care about their reputation. They care about what other people think about them. 歌舞伎町行っても別にヤクザ見ない。いるんですけど、私服着てるっすよ今。And then if any Yakuzas actually like decided to punch some people like in their faces and whatever, what happens is like on TV, right? Like they will be on TV, they will be on the news and whatever. Then a lot of like other people will talk shit. I'm not gonna say the actual word. Talk shit about them, about Yakuzas, right? And they care about their reputation. They want to be number one. They want to be the badass and whatever. And they are a huge organization. So if anything happens, they'll get freaking like beaten up so bad in the organization, because like they usually are like a company, right? If one of them freaking just like messed up, then their boss shows up and they usually freaking just beat the S out of the person. Like that's what happens. That's kind of why it never really, the Yakuzas aren't really a problem in Japan. They could be a problem. Maybe like there are some people like who are dealing with the Yakuzas and whatever, but in my case, I don't really think I've run into any problems. So you can use shoot instead of take a shoot. That sounds really wrong. So 堺町にそれね行こうと思った I wanted to freaking raid their like office the other day. なんかヤクザ I mean Yakuzas can kill people. Yes, it's actually a thing and they do it like while being shady, but they don't just kill you just because you're there. There's usually a reason. It's usually like you decided to mess with them. It's usually you decided to steal their money, or like you decided to steal something from like their property. It's something like that, right? So if you just like live in Japan without doing anything, I don't really think you run into any problems. In what situation do you want to say take a why did I even say set? wait. What was I talking about? I mean, Yakuza isn't ferocious like some people think. Yeah, Yakuzas aren't that dangerous though. Beating people up. Yeah, beat the S out of. Beat the shoot out of. Yeah, I don't really think I can say it like that, but yeah. Yakuzas are dangerous as fuck. In a way. But like as long as you care about how to not like mess with them, then you never run into any problems. I mean, I'm in Japan and I never run into any problems. My friends had never issues with like any of them. But we are very careful about them and we just try to stay away from them because we don't want to mess with them, and if we do anything then something might happen. But Yakuzas are more money exploitation focused rather than violence. Yes, they are like business people. They really are good at like running businesses. Leave them alone, they leave you alone. Yes. If you leave them alone, they will leave you alone. If you do anything like effed up, then they might show up and they will say something like, hey, what are you doing? 昔ヤクザの人がそういう人もいるんだな。What the F is a Yakuza? So, because of the game, people think this is what happened in Japan, right? I mean, seriously. It never happened in Japan. I've never seen it happen in Japan. ヤクザよりも忍者がいるか知りたいわ。それは面白いから見てほしい。So, people think this happens, right? Seriously, this is so 1980. Like 1982 to 1983, I'm guessing. Like this is something that, yeah, this is a game. Like seriously, you have to know the differences between like what's like real and like what's fake, right? この動画店員がやばい、そうだよ。温めお願いしますって温めねえわみたいな。そこもあるけど。Yeah. Now if that happened, they would get arrested instantly. It's not only that, they just never do it because again, Yakuzas care about like what other people think of them, right? They want to be the badasses of the year. Like they want to be the best of the best, right? They want to be looked up to. They want to be respected. So if they do something like this, then they will think that like people will freaking look down on them. So people hate, so Yakuzas hate that. So they wouldn't do stuff like this because if you do it, then people would be like, what the F are they even doing? Right? So as long as you just like try to not mess with like Yakuzas. I don't really think they would be a problem, honestly. They run scammy business though, right? Some of them do. Some of them do. So, but it's really easy to like stay away from like those places though, because if you just normally live in Japan and if you just don't go to like any of these shady places, I don't really think you would run into any problems. And thank you Blightex2105. Yakuza's barely exist now, right? They do exist. You don't really see them anymore because like in 2022 it's so hard to see what Yakuzas look like. Even they don't look that typical anymore. They freaking decided to like wear like casual clothes and stuff. And yeah, red light district stuff. Yes. So do you guys know what Soplando is? Sopland. Do you guys know what Soplans are? Yes, no. So basically, I was just gonna Google it. Damn, I was gonna get banned. So there's this one thing called Sopland in Japan. Sopland is like where Sopland is like where you basically you take a shower with girls because you take a shower with girls. More like you just okay, this is what Sopland is like. You let girls wash you, right? And you fall in love with them. Fall in love with the girls. And then you start moving your hip and massage, yeah. And Dylan, thank you. Do the Yakuza basically control crime? Yes, they do. They do, actually. They do. And thank you, S. This has been very educational. Border is opening. Thank you so much. Who's Okuna? Yeah, so, yeah, right? So, they, yeah, move their, like, hips and stuff. Like, that's just what Sopland is, right? And it's legal in Japan. It's legal. It's never illegal. So like the reason why they exist in Japan is because technically selling yourself is illegal. But if you wanted to take a shower with ladies and if you just somehow mistakenly fall in love with them, it's illegal to start new ones. It's no as long as you say that the place is literally for like taking a shower with ladies, it's safe to do that. As long as like you just, you know, it's not legal, but it's legal because you just go there to take a shower, right? And there happens to be girls there, so you just fall in love with them and things happen, right? So it's not illegal, yeah. And the police and the government can't do anything about it because they just go there to take a shower and yeah, things happen because like they fall in love later. So that, and so just because like it's legal, that's just because it's legal. Like there are so many people who go there, right? But those places are usually run by yakuzas, right? So if you do anything messed up, if you try to actually like freaking do something bad to the girls, like to the place, just because you think you're a badass, then yakuza show up and go like, bro, you wanna fight, bro? You wanna fight, bro? That happens. And I've never experienced that myself because I never really go to like any of those places. But do yakuzas wear special clothes? I don't. Why do they have to like wear special clothes? Why so? I don't really think people wear special clothes just because like they are something. I don't really think Bill Gates wears like a special clothes just because he's different. Wait, is it a thing or like am I being stupid? Wait. Do people wear like special clothes just because they are something? Wait. They're telling me everybody. Yakuza, yeah. Yes, no. I mean, alright, so do like uniforms. Well, I guess they might. They might wear like a suit or something. They might. But I don't know because I'm not them and... How can I know? Yeah, right! This looks really familiar, actually. Right! This looks familiar. They used to look like this before, yeah. They used to just wear suits everywhere. But this looks familiar. いる。そう、いる。ジャージ多い気はする。わかんない。あんまり言うと間違ってた時恥ずかしいから言わない。And I remember a stream once Sora was asked to go visit an training place. 大阪にいるぞこんな人。そうわかんないんですよ。So you really cannot tell like any differences between like normal people and like yakuzas anymore. It's really hard. And they don't say they are yakuzas, by the way. It's like against the law. ヤクザに会ったことある。友人がちょっとそういう人がいるんで。So saying that your yakuza is actually against the law and you can get arrested. So people don't even do that anymore. People don't even like wear something special, like as in like uniforms. They don't really have like uniforms and whatever, but they don't really wear anything specific to just like show that they are yakuzas anymore. They don't even say like, oh, I'm a yakuza. They freaking hide it. Really, yes, really. If you are yakuza, there are certain things you cannot do in Japan. I recently figured out like a lot of things, but you cannot rent a place. You cannot live at an apartment. If you're a yakuza, you cannot do that. You have to prove that you are not a yakuza. And if you are a yakuza and you try to rent a place, it costs about like $100,000. Like that's how it is, and that's impossible to rent a place, right? So that's kind of why. So people in Japan are trying to just kind of exclude like all they get rid of yakuzas in Japan. So it's really hard to see if there's like a yakuza or not. But yeah, and thank you, Lemon. Imagine just wanting to take a shower with a girl and your pee accidentally slips into her vent. And you keep accidentally thrusting and accidentally getting a beach and then accidentally orgasming and then just wanted to shower. Yeah, basically, yeah. That. And Blade 2105, don't all yakuzas have tattoos? Some of them do, some of them don't. Cause having tattoos is like so 1983, I think. So like a lot of the new school yakuzas don't have tattoos, but this is just me guessing, so I really don't know. But the typical, like the stereotype of them is usually just like, you know, they have freaking like 1,000 tattoos here and there, so. And it's 1:43 already. I have to get up and I have to go eat stuff. So you know what, everybody? I'm gonna get off in 10 minutes. Actually, not even 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. So yeah, the summary of this stream is the borders might open soon, but there are a lot of like restrictions and stuff. So if you want to come to Japan, it might be able to like, you might be able to come to Japan. And what else? Yeah. 去年歌舞伎町にヤクザ探しに行かなかったっけどさ、行きました。すごい行きました。So you might be able to come to Japan, and then, if you wanna live in Japan, it's not that expensive, I guess, depending on like what you do. And I'm gonna upload something new tomorrow. Yes. So far, yes. Not all countries. Like, there are a lot of like restrictions, but I just kind of wanted to say like, oh, it's opening soon. And next week, I'm gonna start going like outside, and I'm gonna start like streaming outside because I haven't done it recently. But now I think I can do it because like no restrictions for, you know, me going outside and stuff. Like there were like a lot of restrictions for people to go outside and do whatever, but like there's nothing now. Plus, yeah, I have more time recently. So, do you need to wear a mask? I think you still have to. But the thing about it is, like, if you're a tourist and if you go to like other places, I think it's better for you to just wear a mask either way. And Japan is a country where like people care about hygiene everywhere, so you see people like wearing masks everywhere in the first place. Like, it's been like that for freaking like 50 years. I do, yes. どっちにしようかな。それもやりたいね。I gotta do that too. I bought pre-built. I don't know about it. You might have to like look it up yourself. アキヤはあんじゃないかな。Probably, yeah. Like $20. 卵焼き簡単っすよ。簡単どころか卵入れるだけだからね。Oh, because I just had coitus with my mom and my mom's blood. Yeah, never mind. Night outside the stream. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, probably. Tokyo. Yeah. I don't really think... This is what people say. If you have a Twitter account, delete it and just try to live without Twitter, and I heard your life gets suddenly better, like 10 times better. Like, there's actually like an article about it, and like there's actually a study about it too. They did like this one thing, like where they let some people use social media stuff for a month, and other people couldn't use like any social media stuff for a month. And what happened to them was like the people who didn't use any social media got healthier mentally, and they actually enjoyed like their month a lot more than the other people. So one thing I can say is like it's probably better to use like live without that, is what I've been kind of saying. Like it's never worth it. It's never worth it. I partially kind of believe it is, so that's kind of why I try to stay away from like a lot of things as much as possible. I don't really try to stick to it as much as possible. Somebody changed it back already. Twitter canceled. I just think Twitter is not worth it though. How much is YouTube salary in Japan? For me, it's like 1,000 to 2,000. 1,000. Ad revenue is like 1,000 a month. Twitter 忘れてていいと思う。Making friends outside is kind of hard. Isn't it more like you just never try it, but you just want to somehow do it in the safest way as possible, so you use Twitter to make friends? Isn't it kind of like that though? But one thing I can tell you is like friends you have on Twitter. I didn't really want to say this, but I really feel like you still have to focus on living in the real life, and you have to actually do something about real life and do things with your friends in real life. I didn't think in this way before, but I just started thinking this way quite recently because It's better, yeah. People were asking what you did with your friends Thursday. Basically what happened was I went to a restaurant with them, and I went to this tower place, which was freaking high as hell, and I got sick because it was so high, and then I passed out, and then I woke up in a room at a hospital, and then I noticed my stomach was very very hard, as in like my abs were very very hard, and I couldn't eat anything because I would freaking throw up if I eat stuff. So I didn't know what even happened. The only thing I could eat was human meat, and basically I used to love pork, but every time I eat pork, it smelled like, so when I tried to eat pork, it smelled like it was like pig's like puke, and I didn't know what was happening. So I went to this cafe, and they told me I'm basically changing. They didn't tell me like what was changing about me. You finally got out. I was waiting for somebody to say it. I was gonna freaking just keep going on like for freaking like 10 more minutes if somebody just like noticed it. But that's a Tokyo Ghoul reference. But like what actually happened was not really that. We just went to like a lot of places and we just ate some food, and that was it. Like that was really it. So like nothing else. 肉食べないのは日本に住んでるが難しいですか？肉食べない？いや、肉食べてないですよ最近俺。なんならあんまりできんじゃないですかね、多分。A social media person talking down on social media? The thing about it is like I don't really use any social media stuff though. I don't. So the thing about it is like, again, like if you search my name anywhere, you might find my name like someplace, like on some websites and stuff, like on like Instagram and whatever. I never really used them though. I do YouTube, but that's really it, and I don't really stick to YouTube either. So not really. My hands are usually fine. I guess I'm used to it now. I don't do anything. I don't really do any social media stuff. I don't do anything. I don't know if YouTube counts one eye, but YouTube is not really. Social media is like where you just talk to people and just like talk to a bunch of like different people using like letters and stuff, right? But I don't know like if it counts one eye. If it counts, then yeah, yes, then yeah, I'm a social media person. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm addicted to social media. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't really stick to that because focusing on like the internet is. It's just not really worth it. You really should. You really have to like stay away from it as much as possible if you wanted to like live in a healthy life. Anti-social media. Yeah. I never delete. Wait. I never delete them. I unlist them. If you keep the links, you can watch it. You can watch any of my streams like anytime. Nice. So basically, I make them unlisted because like streams are streams, right? Streams are different from like videos, and I really want streams to be streams. I really don't want my streams to be videos. I really want this place to be the place like where I talk to you guys, like, you know, like real time. So that's kind of what I've been doing since I started this channel. Thank you, and what is this? Thank you, Dylan. Social media is websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. So yes, and then yeah, okay, I use social media stuff, but one thing I can tell you is I try to stay away from YouTube as much as possible too. I don't really do that 24/7. And yeah, I don't really think Twitter is worth it because you just like open Twitter and you just talk to like people on the internet. What I mean is like spend less time on the internet and spend more time in real life as much as possible, and suddenly your life gets suddenly so much better. And that's kind of what happened to me too. Like, your life suddenly gets so much better. Try it. Should I? I mean, so considering that you just said it like 4 times in a row, maybe you really want me to. I'm guessing. Thank you so much for the donation, Nicholas Koi. Thank you so much. Do you read books? I used to. アフロね、やったら多分楽しいよね。I mean, I can try Saitama haircut. Alright, so the next stream is like me trying Saitama haircut. So yeah, I'm gonna go bold because I'm gonna just F out from this world. So thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. I'm gonna get off now and I'm gonna get some food and I'm gonna get some of my work done, and a new video will be uploaded tomorrow. So and I'm gonna start streaming like outside more a lot too, because I know people want me to do it. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day, great now. This stream will be unlisted soon. It will be archived for like probably a week or less than a week, maybe. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.